Ma'am, where you were just telling about CBSE, the breakup of the marks, I couldn't hear after that.
Yes, yes, I was right there only. I did not actually go beyond that. That is the point where I got to know that something has gone wrong. Okay, we are
Yes,
back
here.
there, back. Okay, fine, so sorry. But these are things beyond our control, actually, right? So I was talking about the one paragraph format thing, that there is usually a confusion that this writing skill has to be done in more than one paragraphs or only in one paragraph. So this confusion has to be eliminated. The uh, the heading, the name of the writing skill in itself is paragraph, analytical paragraph. So paragraph means in one paragraph only, though the paragraph in itself can be divided into more than one parts, but you don't have to write it in different paragraphs. Okay, so again, for us, the educators, as well as for our learners, we need to tell them that what are the features of an analytical paragraph. Fine, we have to use simple and accurate language. It should be brief, and yet it should cover all the aspects of whatever has been put, up to them, whether it is a problem or a premise or some infographic given to them, or in the form of a pie chart, line graph, etc. We have to tell our learners that we don't have to give any personal observation, because we are not giving any personal observation. We are not going to use first person. I'm connecting the last point here with the third point, the last point here. We will not use first person at all. We can categorically tell the students that don't use the first person pronoun. I feel so and so, I observe. Don't use pronoun, the first person pronoun. I, passive voice is preferred, and usually the tense should be present or past tense. And another tip that can be given to the students is to use any one tense. Keep uniformity in the tense. Okay, the next thing, I'm not going to delve into, what is a problem and solution based question, what is a data based question. We all know this. What is a similarity and differences based question? I'm not talking about this. I'm not talking about the process description based question, because all of us, those who are looking at the sample papers released by CBSE, or one or two resource books, not all, because every resource book does not have correct information, I'm sorry to say. So this is something with which I think we all are now up to date. Fine. My aim for conducting today's webinar is how to teach all these to the students. Are we just leaving them over here? Fine, after telling them this is the breakup of marks. Okay, these are the type of questions that are going to come in the examination. Okay, take one practice question from me, a sample question from me, and do these two practice questions on your own. Are we doing it in this way? So this will definitely make our learners feel that this is a very difficult writing skill. God knows why it has been set in our syllabus, and they will not feel confident in doing it. So before going further, let's try and understand this. We need to tell our learners, and we need to know ourselves also, that the structure of an analytical paragraph can be divided into three, but these are not three separate paragraphs. This is just one single paragraph, which can be divided into three parts. The first one is the topic statement, which is the first sentence of your analytical paragraph. Fine, which will talk about the information given in the question, which will talk about the description of the graph, the premise given. Fine, it may be one or two lines, not more than that. Then continuing in the same paragraph, the learner is expected to talk about in detail what is given in the graph, make certain comparisons or contrasts, talk about the trends, fine, give their own rationale about a particular statement or a problem given there, and then move on to the concluding statement, fine. What is their final conclusion about the information given to them, the graph given to them, the map given to them, and summarize it properly, right? Now, having said all this, this is very simple, and I believe most of us are doing in our class. Fine. But how to do the scaffolding, how to do the hand holding for these learners? Fine. After doing this, are we telling them how to organize ideas? Are we telling them which are the words that they should use, appropriate words that they should be using? What is the vocabulary, appropriate vocabulary? Fine. We tell them there are marks for accuracy. We tell them there are marks for organizing your content. Fine. But do we tell them that how to do it, how to organize the content? This is something which I will try to deal with in the coming slides. Am I still audible? Because I'm getting a message on my screen that my network is jerky. Am I audible?
Yes,
Is my
ma'am.
screen visible and am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So the syntax of the topic sentence. Now, yes. The syntax of the topic sentence can be divided into, this is something which should be shared with the students. Fine. This could be shared with the students in the form of student resource material. Fine. As in the form of a lexical repertoire, lexical maybe resource. Give it any term you want to give. Fine. But this should go to the students so that they know from where to pick and choose how to make that first sentence. Just by simply saying, write the first sentence like this. Talk about the central idea, talk about what is given in the question. The students will not be able to write. Tell them the first word, and this is why I am talking about this, is that in our classes, we have all types of students. Fine. So this is where differential learning comes in place, right? You have students, somebody's microphone is on, please take care of that. There will be students who are above average who will listen to our idea of topic sentence, explaining the main idea, trends, and then writing the conclusion without even any vocabulary word from us, any kind of hand holding from our side. They will do it on their own. There will be students, those who will struggle a little bit. They will see one or two samples which you will only share with them, and they will be able to do. But we have students, those who don't have very good vocabulary, those who have problem in even framing sentences properly. What to do with them? Fine. So share this with them. Tell them that write your sentence like this. The given diagram represents, the supplied map denotes or demonstrates. Fine. So they will know. And believe me, even our above average children, fine, maybe will find something from this vocabulary, enumerates. Not all of us will use this word, sketches out. So if you give this kind of resource to the students, they know how to improve their vocabulary if they are above average children, and they know those who are average or below average children, they know how to structure their first sentence, right? Now tell them about various other vocabulary that has to be used to write an analytical paragraph. There has to be vocabulary for describing trends. There will be vocabulary for describing quantities, for describing a relationship and contrast. This we have told them, that the body of your paragraph, after the topic sentence, you have to talk about trends, you have to talk about relationship, you have to talk about contrast, comparison. Fine, you have to talk about conclusion, but how? That we have not told our students. Fine. So
Hello, can see the transcript, but there's no audio.
Yes. Am I able to hear? Am I audible now?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible now.
Yeah.